Welcome to the Google Classroom Overview. During this video, we will be talking about 8 different topics: how to access Google Apps, creating a classroom, the Google Classroom Overview, adding teachers and students, creating posts on the stream, creating posts on the Classwork page such as assignments and quizzes, giving each student their own copy of an assignment, and archiving a class. If you would like to skip to a specific segment of this video, you can click on the links below. Let's start with how to access your Google Apps. One way to access them is logging in through the ClassLinks portal on our WUSD website at the top. When you get there, there is already a folder for Google, including Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Classroom, your Docs, your Drive. You can click on Google Classroom from there. The second way to access your Google Classroom would be to click on the waffle once you're already logged in to your Gmail or Google Drive, and click on Google Classroom from there. Creating a Google Classroom. Once you're logged into Google Classroom, you'll click on the plus sign in the top right-hand corner, and you have 2 options. You can join a class, or you can create a class. When you're creating a class, a pop-up pops up that you need to name your class. You can assign the section, subject, and room number. Some helpful suggestions would be to include the period if you are in middle or high school. Also, it helps to include the year because you'll have lots of second period English classes, for example. So 2019-2020, second period English. This helps you for later on when looking back through your courses. And then you'll click Create. For the Google Classroom Overview, we're going to be talking about the Settings, Stream, Classwork, People, and Grades tabs at the top of your page. First, for the Settings tab, it's the cog in the right-hand corner. When you get there, it'll go over the class details that you've inputted. This is also where you'll find the class code that you can give out to the students in order for them to join your class. Another thing I pay attention to is where it says Stream, and students can post and comment. Students can only comment, or only teachers can post or comment. I usually leave it at only teachers can post or comment, or students can only comment. That way, when posts are posted to the page, the students will know it's coming from a teacher and only a teacher, and so that it's important to look at. So picture it like your whiteboard in the front of the classroom. For students can only comment, that would be if you would want them to comment on a post or an assignment. Otherwise, I leave it at only teachers can post or comment. At the top of your screen, you'll see 4 tabs: Stream, Classwork, People, and Grades. We'll go into detail about each of those tabs in a moment. Let's talk about adding students and teachers to your Google Classroom. There are 2 ways to do this. You can click on the People tab at the top of your page, and you can click on the plus sign to individually add teachers or students to your Google Classroom. Another way to do this is to click on the Settings cog in the top right-hand corner and click on the code and display it for your students to see, and they can individually add using the plus sign on their own Google Classroom. Creating posts on the stream, such as announcements. The stream is where your students will see a running stream of everything you have posted, including classwork assignments, as well as just announcements. You can type an announcement by just clicking on that top box. You'll see it says post now or post ahead. Once you've clicked got it, it won't pop up again, but you can create a post that you can schedule to send out later on or at the beginning or end of the period if you'd like. You'll type right into that box, and then you can also attach a file, attach a Google Drive, doc, slide, or you can attach a YouTube video or even a link to a website. If I want to attach something from my Google Drive, I can click on Recent or My Drive and find the doc or slides or spreadsheet that I would like to attach. I can also upload from my computer if there's files or pictures on my computer that I would like to attach. Once I click Add, it has been attached to this announcement, and then I can click Post. Next to the post, there's also an arrow where I could schedule this to be posted later on. This gives the students view-only access of whatever I have attached to this announcement. Creating posts on classwork, such as assignments, quizzes, questions, materials, reusing a post, or topics. In order to post an assignment, you'll click on the Classwork tab and click the button Create. Create will give you these options of things that you can create that will then be posted to the stream. Once I click Create Assignment, there will be a pop-up box where I can title the assignment, give instructions to the student, attach grades or points to it, or I could leave it ungraded, and then also select the date that it is due, and pick a topic. So you'll want to create your own topic for these. If you have, for example, writing assignments, they could all be in a topic called writing. If it's response to literature, it could be in a topic called response to literature. This helps for finding the assignments later on. It groups them all together. Then I can also attach a file. If I want to have them each look at a Google slide presentation, I can attach it and I can choose what I want them to do. The students can view this file, the students can edit this file, or I can make a copy for each of the students, which I will explain later on. I've selected students can edit this file, which means all of the students will edit the same Google Slides presentation. I've also scheduled this assignment to be delivered on another date and time so that it's not posted right away. They'll see it when they come to class tomorrow. If I would like to edit the assignment, for example, if I would like to schedule it to be posted at a different time or post it now or even edit the due date, I can do that by going into the assignment and saying edit. So if I want to turn off the scheduling, I just click the X next to the assignment and I can just post it and assign it right away. Once I've posted the assignment, you'll notice that now it says how many students have turned in the assignments and how many it is assigned. There's no one in my Google Classroom, so for now it's 0 assigned, 0 turned in. But yours would look like 0 turned in out of 30 students assigned. When creating an assignment, there's a way to give each student his or her own copy of an assignment, as if you had made copies of a piece of paper. In order to do this, you'll create an assignment just like I showed you before. Notice now that I've already created a topic for WUSD Overview. That topic now appears. I can also select No Topic or to create a new topic. This would group them all in your assignments later on. Once there, you can select the Google Doc or Google Slide that you would like each student to have their very own copy of. Then you'll change the setting to make a copy for each student. When you post the assignment now, each student, when they click on the link, it will give them their own copy of this assignment. At the top left corner, instead of just having the title, it will also have their first and last name. Then the students can write on this assignment, filling in any of the parts you would like them to fill in. And then what will appear in the top right corner, next to the button that says Share, will be a Turn In button for the student to turn in their assignment. The plus side of doing it this way is you'll be able to see each student's work as they are working on the assignment. So if they don't quite finish or you want to check progress, it will already be attached to the assignment in Google Classroom. Then you can decide if you want to assign this assignment right now or schedule it for later. So for example, if I wanted to do a presentation before I let students see this reflection, I would assign it for later in the day once I've already done the presentation. Now if we go back to the stream, you'll notice there's the announcement that I had posted earlier, but then there's also the assignment that is the new assignment for Meet WUSD. If I would like the Google Classroom setup announcement to be at the top, I can click on the 3 dots and say Move to Top. There are 2 more things to talk about with assignments. 1 is the Google Drive folder and 2 is ownership. If you click on the Classwork tab, you'll notice there is a button to Class Drive folder. This will take you directly to this classroom's folder in your Google Drive. Once you've created Google Classrooms, there's a classroom folder in your Drive that will now house each of the Google Classrooms that you create. In each folder will then be a folder that will house each of the assignments that you have given. When you're done looking at the assignments, you would like to return them to the students so that they now have ownership of the assignment and you don't own all of these in your Google Drive. I will show you that and grading in a follow-up video. Archiving a class. At the end of a trimester, semester, or the end of the school year, you may want to archive your classes. 1, so that the students don't have all of the Google Classrooms that they have been in their Google Classroom, but also so that way you only have your current classrooms up in your Google Classroom. In order to do this, in the top left corner, you'll see the Classes homepage. When you get there, you'll see any of the Google Classrooms that you are a part of or a teacher to. In order to archive it, you'll click on the 3 dots and click Archive, and then it will check to be sure that you would like to archive it. If you would like to look at one of your archived classes, you can click on the top left corner, click Archive Classes. You can look at it, restore it, copy it, or delete it. One last thing to notice on the Classroom homepage, you'll notice that I had created an assignment called Meet WUSD. I can see it there on the homepage as due Friday. So any of the Google Classrooms that you have set up, the next assignment that is due will appear there. This is true for the students as well.